In the world of darkness, Chicago has long been a pillar of the Camarilla, a metropolitan crown jewel dominated by Kindred, vampires under the rule of Prince Lodin. Lodin seized the throne during the Great Chicago Fire of 1871 and maintained a precarious alliance with a powerful Primogen council. Although challenged by Maldivis in the council wars of the early 1980s, Lodin retained control when the Primogen eventually backed him. The city was a vibrant hub for Kindred, with alicia such as the Succubus Club and Tremere Chantry, but also a nexus of potential conflict because its suburbs hid packs of Garou, werewolves. By the early 1990s, Lodin's rule was strained by anarch unrest and Sabbat infiltrations. The roots of the war lie in a secret alliance between two enemies of both the Camarilla and the Gaian Garou. According to Under a Blood Red Moon, the Sabbat sought to seize Chicago's domain, while the corrupt Black Spiral Dancers, BSD, a tribe of werewolves devoted to the worm, wanted to attack a powerful cairn called the Phantom. Sabbat strategists promised to help the BSD corrupt the Phantom in return for BSD help against the Camarilla. To provoke a war, Sabbat agents dominated a group of lupine warriors and sent them to attack the Succubus Club, a Toreador-owned nightclub and secret haven. On a moonlit night in 1993, the dominated Garou attacked the Succubus Club, killing many Kindred. Believing the city was under siege by werewolves alone, Lodin proclaimed a blood hunt against the lupines. The Camarilla responded with force, slaying several Garou. This bloodshed galvanized lupine packs across the Midwest and played into the Black Spiral plan. Soon, dozens of werewolves answered the call to war. The Sabbat simultaneously moved on Chicago's outskirts, ready to exploit the chaos. The war began with the destruction of the Succubus Club's balcony and dance floor, depicted in the official battle map, and the slaughter of many Toreador and their guests. Lodin's blood hunt saw early successes. Kindred coteries ambushed small packs of lupines and claimed trophies. However, the Garou soon returned in force, attacking train stations, O'Hare Airport, business districts, the Tremere Chantry, and Alicia, essentially every center of undead power. Werewolves struck Kindred in their havens, on the streets, and even in Elysium. During this stage, rumors spread that Gangrel Kindred had revealed the locations of vampire havens to the werewolves. Brett's account in Chicago by Night 5th edition describes how the Kindred believed the lupines targeted someone beyond Lodin, and that about 1/3 of the vampires in the city died as werewolves came for the Kindred everywhere: havens, the Succubus Club, and Elysium. The death toll included many elders, ancilli, and neonates. The city's power structure fractured under the assault. While the battles raged downtown, the Black Spiral Dancers attacked the Phantom, a Garou cairn, using Tremere blood sorcery to block the celestial spirit Jupiter from protecting it. 9 Garou died defending the cairn. Survivors retreated to call for aid. This betrayal revealed to the Gaian Garou that something was amiss. The conflict was not a simple lupine rampage, but a conspiracy involving the worm and vampires. The Gaian Garou organized Team Alpha to destroy a nearby worm-tainted gate, a wormhole, and Team Silver to lead the assault on Chicago. Team Silver and allied pacts launched massive attacks across Chicago. The Phantom Chicago entry, citing Chicago by Night and Under a Blood Red Moon, notes that pitched battles erupted at train stations, O'Hare, the Succubus Club, and Tremere Chantry, causing destruction on both sides. The War of Chicago article emphasizes that 1/3 of the city's vampires died before the Primogen could arrange a truce. While many werewolves also fell but still maintained a strong presence, Lodin himself met final death. Lady Anne of London later wrote that he was a dedicated defender of the Masquerade, and that his death was a great loss for the Camarilla. The Sabbat's involvement became evident as Chicago's Kindred discovered Sabbat war packs and Black Spiral Dancers among the lupines. Post-war investigations, led by Nyanga, the Gangrel Primogen, uncovered that the Sabbat orchestrated the attacks by dominating Garou, turning both sides against each other. This revelation forced the Camarilla and Garou to reconsider their hatred and ultimately enabled a negotiated peace. Official sources consistently state that approximately 1/3 of Chicago's vampires were destroyed. Chicago by Night 5th edition notes that the war killed 1/3 of the vampires in the city. The Fandom Chicago article echoes this statistic, noting that 1/3 of Chicago's kindred died before a truce was reached. Among the dead were elders like Prince Lodin and numerous ensued. The War of Chicago article reports that 9 Garou died defending the Phanom, and that both the Shadow Lords and the Sept of Winged Catchers suffered heavy losses. Later phases of the war likely claimed more werewolves, though exact numbers are not given. The battles devastated parts of downtown Chicago. Savage werewolves destroyed decades of immortal rule in less than a month and tore the prince's corpse apart. The war's destruction also created a vacuum in mortal institutions, making the city a vortex drawing victims. As the death toll mounted, Chicago's Primogen Council negotiated a truce with the Lupines. The Fandom Chicago page states that the Primogen arranged peace when about 1/3 of the vampires were dead. The Paradox VTM wiki notes that after Lodin's death, the throne remained empty for nearly 2 decades, and the Primogen Council ruled the city. To prevent further violence, Inyanga, the Gangrel Primogen, brokered a treaty delineating vampire and werewolf territories. The Paradox Wiki summarizes that Kevin Jackson's later rule continued to respect this treaty. The war shattered Chicago's Camarilla. Without Lodin, the Primogen Council had to prevent anarchs, Sabbat, and Lupines from seizing the city. For years, no prince could consolidate power. Eventually, Joseph Keterson, one of Lodin's childer, attempted to claim the throne by tying his legitimacy to the city's 2016 Olympic bid, but he failed and was exiled. In 2010, Kevin Jackson assumed the praxis with Primogen backing, focusing on STEM initiatives and a policy of strict discipline. His first act was to make peace with the Lupines, reflecting how the war's trauma forged a lasting détente between vampires and werewolves. The War of Chicago stands as one of the defining crossovers between vampire, the Masquerade, and werewolf, the Apocalypse. It demonstrates that the Masquerade is vulnerable when Kindred arrogantly provoke Lupines and when Sabbat factions exploit old grudges. The war also foreshadowed larger calamities in the 1990s, e.g., the Week of Nightmares and Gehenna War, establishing a precedent for cooperative storytelling across game lines. If you want more World of Darkness history told like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. Comment below. Do you think the peace will hold? Who do you think would win if the war kicked back off? Let's argue it out politely.